Oh, hey there, guys and gals, me Mudahar, and before I start this video off, I just want to introduce you this fine little lad called PS Vita. It's a nice, innocent little gaming device out on the market. I just wanted to point this one out because Sony, its father, has currently walked out on this thing. It's at the cigarette store or whatever, just trying to find the perfect set of Marlboros, and it currently owes a lot of child support to this device. But you know what? Sony is one of my favorite companies ever. You know, at the end of the day, I've grown up with this company. I've grown up with PlayStation, and I love this period we're in, by the way, where like the new consoles are announced and they're going to come out, and everyone sort of has some marketing, like little goof and a gaff or whatever you want to call it. Xbox Series X, which is a fucking lie because that's literally just called the Xbox. I guess we were wrong, boys. Level 99 IQ potentials of naming mechanics, awesome. I personally prefer to call that the Xbox Monolith, you know, the Xbox fucking Super Brick, but it's not what it is. I'm not the Xbox marketing lead, so I don't have any say. PlayStation, on the other hand, is like the fucking greatest boomer imaginable. They decided, hey, you know what? What's their next PlayStation? Well, fuck it, boys. This is the PlayStation 5. I mean, you can't call it the PlayStation V, because that would be the PS Vita, and we all know you dropped this fucker harder than anything else. I will never forget that, okay? I will never forget how they did the Vita dirty. But you know what? I'm one of the very few people out there that are speaking out against that injustice. But ladies and gentlemen, PS5 has been revealed. Oh, they showed that logo, and the internet has roasted that logo as the internet rightfully should. Basically, they just took the PS4 logo and just slapped that 5 at the end of it. They didn't change the PS. You know, I would rate this logo pretty fucking... pretty basic out of 10. But a lot of people are roasting it for the wrong reasons, I would say. What do you mean this is a sign of laziness? Did you just forget that the PS4 logo was like the last PS3 logo? But, yo, Billy, can you take that 3 out and just slap a 4 on it? Yep, perfect, awesome. I don't know who's working at Sony marketing division, but like, you used to have cooler logos. The best logo for Sony was PS2, hands down. Nothing could beat that. You know, the original logo maybe, but I mean, PS2 was just that fucking perfect. Oh god, dude, I love the PS2 logo. I will say, just speaking wise, you know, logo wise, I would say PS2 first, PS1 later, PS3, 4, 5. You know, the 3, 4, 5 is when they got a little lazy. Lazy to the point where we all know what PS6 is going to look like, PS7, PS8, PS9, PS10. They can't call it PSX because that already fucking exists. Now, you know what, interface-wise, I'm hoping that this doesn't look like Netflix when I power on the PS5, but I'm having a striking suspicion it may. You know, it may look like a Netflix-style interface. Personally, I wish it was the PS2 style of interface where they had like, you know, this ominous space and you got like the whole swirly stars. Personally, I hope we went back to that. Very minimalistic, very cool, and if you put the disc in upside down because you were a fucking idiot like me, then it would have given you the red spooky screen of you're an idiot. That would have been fun. But all of the roasting aside, you know, the internet can say what they want to about PlayStation 5, but what the fuck did you expect they were going to name it, okay? They were going to call it PlayStation Revolution. They were going to call it PlayStation, like, Cinco. It was PS5, all right? It was very simple. They were going to go for a very simple naming mechanic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at the very end, I love this era we're in, where we get to have the next generation, because as much of a PC gamer that I am, I really love playing on consoles as well. I like it because I can buy discs and own my games physically, which is a big deal. But before we really go further into it, I kind of have a wish list of what I want out of PS5, and I guess that's where I want this video to sort of end on, you know, my little personal wish list for PlayStation 5. Now, I know that CPU-wise, they're updating these systems so that we can run our games at 60 frames, hopefully. One of the biggest problems with current generation systems is that their CPUs are dog shit. Meaning that if you were to play any open world game, they're always going to be locked down to 30 frames because their CPU just can't process 60 ticks a second. With these updated CPUs, we'll be getting that 60 frames at the minimum, I fucking hope. RAM-wise, everyone's saying 24 gigs of high-speed RAM, which... yeah, man, I fucking hope so too, right? I live in a fairy tale land. Maybe 16 gigs, but 24? Kind of a little bit. I mean, I would love it, but we're being a little hopeful. Your GPU is going to be at least an RTX 2080. Oh yeah, I love living in a fairy tale too. Let's just wait on that a little bit. You know, at the end of the day, I've heard so many things about power-wise. This is like weaker than Series X, or it's like this and that. At the end of the day, boys and girls, it's all about them video games. PS2 is the weakest system of its generation, but and had some of the best games of that generation too, mi hermanos. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope some of the games come out sweet. I'll definitely be getting this system. Definitely for like Ghost of Tsushima when that game comes out, because I'm so going to play that game on like the best way possible on a Sony platform, and it's going to be that way. One of my personal wish lists for this is, like I said about Xbox Series X, I would like if they went for a PC gaming slash console hybrid. That'd be a really cool idea. For PlayStation, I really hope they go fucking all in on that backwards compatibility. And I don't just mean, hey, can I play my PS4 games? Because honestly, that's going to be some easy backwards compatibility for these people. They're simply going to run these games with like a PS4 Pro flag or a PS4 flag when they install them anyways. I'm talking about PS1, PS2, PS3 backwards compatibility, boyos. PS1 is going to be pretty sweet and easy to do, I hope, because honestly, PS3 was emulating off of the disc back in the days, believe it or not. If you have a PS3 and a PS1 disc, try it out. You can run your PS1 games right there. Fresh, no downloads, no nothing. I think with the power of PS5, we should be able to backwards compat all of our PS1 games, and not just back compat them, I mean update them too on the fly. We're talking about getting rid of that texture warping, shit that you're seeing in RetroArch nowadays. Please update PS1 so we can just fix these games up, release them, and have a good time. I would love to play PS1 games with all the bells and whistles and upscaling of modern day emulators. PS2, gonna be a little tough, but you know what? PS2 emulation is in PS3s and PS4s. I have a jailbroken PS3 that I'm actually emulating Persona 3 FES on right now, and it's pretty well. I would expect when PS5 comes out, they should be able to run these games, upscale them to like 4K, and get rid of all of the emulation issues, because honestly, Sony knows their system's the best. They could come up with this. PS3, kind of the black sheep in the area. You know, it's going to be the hardest of them all to emulate just because of how archaic that architecture is. But honestly, given the fact that we're able to emulate PS3 games now, yes, we need some of the highest end hardware in the market. Again, Sony knows their systems more than the other. They're not reverse engineering. If Microsoft can run Xbox 360 code on the weakest Xbox One there is out there pretty flawlessly, then Sony should be able to at least emulate their PS3 games on a PS5. I would hope emulation, this backwards compatibility, makes it to the PlayStation, because right now, if they're not able to do that, that might be a little bit of a downside for me. I'm kind of sick and tired of digging out all of my old systems anyway, so I would love to have this all-in-one system from the PlayStation family that I could play my classic games on and my modern games on, because honestly, the PlayStation library is so diverse that you literally have to play through all those generations. There's gems everywhere. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope PlayStation 5 matches up, at least in my respects on that point. That's all I want out of it. I don't care if my system can browse Netflix and play video games at the same time. I don't care. All I hope is I can play my video games on it from the PS5 era and from all the eras before it. Because honestly, PS4, probably my favorite PlayStation era out of them all. I know we give a lot of shit to modern day video gaming, but dude, single player gaming nowadays, in my opinion, is pretty alive and strong. You know, we've gotten some bangers this generation. Persona 5, Cyberpunk 2077 this year, Resident Evil 3, RE2, we've gotten a lot of bangers. So PS4, solid generation. And I hope we can keep that going on to the next generation beyond. But ladies and gentlemen, this video doesn't need to be 10 minutes or anything. I'm going to back out of this. I've given my piece. I hope Sony comes out swinging out of the fence with this. Logo bullshit aside, funny to laugh at, but I'm hoping the best for these generations. I'm hoping the best for Xbox players, Nintendo players, and especially Sony players as well. Let's look forward to the next generation, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.